Greetings fellow engineers, welcome back to Kalazari System Survival, and we have reached episode 29. Now, I'm just going to take a few seconds to refresh my own memory as to where we got up to, since it's been a couple of days. And whilst I'm doing that, we'll just go and fix up our... Whoa! Okay. There's a lovely graphical bug for us, look at that. It's having trouble applying the corner pieces. It seems to be tied to levels of detail. Yeah, look at that. Okay, well, we know we've got the correct corner pieces in there, so... It's just the game playing silly buggers with us by the looks of it. So it's just an LOD thing, but still not very nice. See, we can't walk through it. So hopefully the next hotfix or minor release they will actually fix that. They shouldn't have actually broken. Didn't realise that it had. But then again, I haven't actually played it since the last release, because that was released on a Friday, and I actually haven't played Space Engineers at all over the last 2 days. So hopefully they will get that sorted out soon. Yeah, but since it is just a graphical thing, I'm not going to be too concerned about it. Yeah, it's just popping in with the wrong LODs by the looks of it. Alright, now that's right, we took you to orbit and back rather successfully. We added 4 new braking thrusters for our hydrogen system, just so that we don't have to flip the whole ship around. Although re-entry we will need to flip it all the way around, because we need this big beastie here as our primary brake, so that's no dramas. But going up into orbit, yeah, they'll slow us down slower, but it'll get us there. So yeah, everything there seems to be fine. Didn't test the jump engine, but it's a jump engine. It's fully built, so the only thing I didn't check was how far it's going to let us jump across the galaxy. Oh, sorry, the system. That's right, we were looking at our mining plants, mining facilities, and we were going to see about reconfiguring them. Because this one here, it's magnesium we want, and potentially silicon, so we'll grab both of those. I'm thinking, where is it? Nickel. I'm thinking it might be worth our while putting in an actual nickel mine. It's not very deep. Yeah, see? Not very deep at all, so it won't take long to get down to that. So we'll probably set up a mine just for that, because we do need nickel. Cobalt, well, we do need cobalt as well, but how much of that do we actually have? Well, next to no cobalt, so we probably should see about getting some more of that. Got quite a bit of iron, so I don't need to worry about that at this point in time. Silver and gold we're also low on. Although we've got 600 superconductors there, so gold's not that important. Uranium. I think we've got 100 or 200 or something of ingots. Oh no, 1.5k. Okay. Yes, 1.5k. Alright. Well, it's not so critical at this point in time either. So I'm thinking it's probably just the magnesium. Yeah, only 1k of that there, so... Oh dear. I don't think we've got anything in here, do we? No, it'd be empty. Okay, I might just go and offload these. No, that's not what we want. We want to come around. Yeah, we'll come around this side. Now, oxygen. Oh, they're going to the assembler, that's right. And we'll also put one of the hydrogen, I think. Just as a spare. Now, reconfigure. I think we've got all the tools we need already over here. Now basically what we're going to do to reconfigure this is swap the order of our piston and rotor. And the orientation of the piston, of course. So it's actually going to drive outwards as opposed to downwards. Now looking at the size that we need to cover, thinking 4 drills might be enough, maybe 5, which is far less than what we actually had. Right now, I'm not going to drop the superstructure. No, I didn't want those. I wanted some of that, and that. Alright, now. Let's go with the 3. Now, we want you and Phew. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ooh, it's tight. See, I really can't make the primary rig any smaller, otherwise I can't reconfigure it like this. Okay, now drill. See? There's not even room for one extra block there. So this particular arrangement is probably the optimal arrangement for what we need. So we'll take one above, because that should, I believe, let me just check. Yep, that will fully encompass the magnesium. Oh, totally. And I think probably 2 below. Oh, hang on, what am I out of? Steel plate. I love the way we've still got the military music going, even though I think the meteors have already come and gone. Actually, looking at this, we can actually even afford to go that further down. They're still not going to get all the silicon. Yeah, I know a lot of people would have probably dropped this another 1 or 2 blocks to balance it out, but it's actually not the silicon I'm primarily after. And as it stands, that's going to get us 2.5, so 5, or roughly 6 meters worth of into the silicon. Sort of be there, there, and there. I think that's pretty much going to cover it all. So we're only missing about 2 to 3.5, 2 to 4 meters of the silicon, which we don't really want. That's 5 high. That's actually a very nice height, although put blocks top and bottom gives us only a 3 height room if we want to use it as an expanded section out there. Okay. Okay. Just been reassessing this, and I am going to balance it properly. Well, that was close. Okay. Yes, we're up yourself. Okay. Probably need more than that, but yeah. Need to watch my hydrogen since I've that one tank down. That should be good. Now the reason why I decided to rebalance this is because I'm actually going to drop the drills right to the floor as close as I can to them. And that way, it actually makes the hole a little bit more usable, I think. So it's going to be a 7 drill head arrangement. Yeah, see, we can't actually get it any further down, so that is as low as we can get it. Which is a full 7 drill head arrangement, which gets us all of it, including the silicon. So, yeah, it means we've got plenty of silicon. Well, we will have plenty of silicon. Okay, now let's just weld these up, shall we? Not really more than I need, but say what? Oh, actually, it would have helped if I actually had to grab the steel plate, not the construction components, hey? You can go back in there, you can come here. And of course I do need the construction components, just not right now. Well, now I do. And yes, I'm going to have to go and top up my hydrogen shortly. Computers enlarged. Okay, how come I'm short? Ah, 7 drills. 1 extra drill. So we want computers, and I don't know that it's enough, but we will see. 2 more and 2 more. Lovely. That we can do, but the other we can't. Well, I needed to go over here anyway. Okay. Hydrogen is what we're after, guys. Hydrogen. Oh, yes. Okay. So for a second there, I grabbed an oxygen. It's not going to help me fly. Computers. I need a whole 2 computers. There it is. Alright. Let us get you up and running. Now, rotor. Just for the moment. Drills, piston, that's all we're after. Forgot braking torque. And start pushing. Good stuff. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about reconfiguring the uranium one at this point in time. Only because, well, as we saw, I've got a truckload of uranium. Don't actually need any more at the moment. I've got well and truly sufficient for my needs. But the magnesium's always good to have, since we go through so much ammo defending against these meteor storms. So, let me just put you away. Yes, I only got 1k of magnesium, so we need more of that. Silicon, truckload of silicon. I think the silicon's going to sit over in its container over there. I don't think we really need any more silicon, but it's much easier to mine it and have it sit there than to try and mine around it. Now, let's just... I know we've got plenty of ice. No, let's just... Yeah, let's take Gunslinger for a spin. Just gonna scoot over to our ice platform, ice mine, and see how that's developing. I'm pretty certain that it's nickel down there, but so I don't really want to set up a nickel mining outpost if I've already got something that's going to be picking up nickel. Otherwise it just clogs up my arc furnaces and refineries too much whilst it's trying to process it all. I wonder how much iron it's managed to actually pick up. I think it's a couple of million kilograms, I think last I checked, which is way more than what we need. I mean, I've got 160 or something or other, 160k in ingots, I think, something like that. It's actually cobalt that I'm really low on, so we're gonna have to hunt around and maybe see about putting in a cobalt mine somewhere, though that also chokes up the refineries and arc furnaces for processing. But once we start building into our space platforms and exploring the rest of this system, then this base here can really take the time to actually chug its way through large quantities of those things. It'll be probably some time, once I actually make that first high, jump, it'll take some time before I'm back here, so well, potentially take some time before I'm back here. Can't guarantee it. Excellent. It's not spitting anything out. We've hit the ground level, bedrock. I still find it funny how we've got iron floating in ice. But we don't need it to be constantly running. So we will turn them all off. Since it's reached its maximum extension and just hit the bedrock anyway. Cope. Okay, well that's all over there. What about here? Looks like I may have just missed the nickel. I mean, it's 100 odd meters over that way. I'm not going to drill across that way. Same with the cobalt. It's only 23, 24 meters that way, but by drilling out to the cobalt, which is over here, we're going to breach our hole here, I'm sure. Oh, hang on, maybe not. We may not have gone down deep enough. No, look at that. We might be able to pull in underneath it. So we'll probably eventually mine that iron out. What have we got? Oh, only 723k. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's plenty to be just sit there. It's just going to sit there. I don't need it at the moment. So there's no worries with that. Alright, let's go back. I really wish I could use my standard speed mod. Even 200 meters a second I find is a little bit too slow. Although I suppose in the overall scheme of things, it's not exactly slow. I mean, let's just have a look. Okay, so 200 meters a second. It's a minute. So it's 720 kilometers an hour, I think. 200 meters by 60 seconds to 12 kilometers a minute. Yeah, so 720 kilometers an hour, which I still personally think is a little bit too slow for a space vessel, even one on a planet. 720 kilometers an hour. Okay, it's fast. It's like, what's that? 200 meters a second. It's just under the speed of sound, which is what, 330, 360 meters a second, something like that. So I mean, we've got planes, jet aircraft that can surpass that speed already, and we're dealing with a space vessel here that's supposed to go into space, and we can still only get max 200 meters a second. That's why I made my speed mod up to 1,000 meters a second, which is still rather slow really for a space vessel in my opinion. Which is 3,600 kilometres per hour. Unless my math is all up the screw, which is highly possible as well. But 3,600 kilometres an hour. Now that, to me, seems a lot more akin to spaceship speeds in frictionless space than 100 metres a second, which is the default game, which is what, 360 or something or other kilometres an hour. So, but unfortunately, I have to admit, I haven't actually tested it after the last couple of patches to see if the physics still barfs when it tries to actually go above 250, 260 metres a second. That was why I disabled it, because I was getting tired of my ships taking on a mind of their own and deciding to crash. Go anywhere but where I was directing them. And I think it's... I have no proof of it, I just suspect that it's to do with the multi-threaded physics and out of sync thread updates in regards to physics over the grid and stuff like that. I suspect. I have no proof of this other than my basic understanding of how multi-threading works and how it could relate to or interfere with the timely updates of physics when it's spread across a multi-threaded system. But meh. Yep, 200 metres a second I suppose is fair enough for a survival game like this. Yep. Alright, well, aside from this shenanigans, yeah, they've got the wrong model for the different LEDs. And it's not just those corner ones, it's actually also that one. Oh, yes it is, look at that. The slopes have taken the corner models and the corners have taken the slope models. So yeah, they swapped them around in the last update inadvertently. I wonder if that's been reported. We should check it actually. I think it has, but I mean, I've got it in the video here now, so if I need be I can snip this section out and post a bug report about it. But yeah, it seems to be tied to LODs, because once you get back to here, everything snaps to where it's supposed to. I was wondering what that little wobble was. It's very fine. But that's what it is. It's the angle slope down there taking on the corner and vice versa. Cool. Alright, well, this is actually going to be a shorter episode to normal. Unfortunately I've got some things I need to attend to, and the next task that I have in mind is actually taking that up into orbit again and starting on just a basic platform, and will be just a basic platform, basically just a nice big metal flat plane that I can start building off of. So for now I'm just going to make sure everything's all topped up. We've got our new mining platform over there reconfigured. Yeah, we'll just top you up. There we go. Alright. Yep, so let me just quickly save this before I forget, since I don't have autosaves turned on anymore, and I've noticed a great reduction in those freezers. But for now, thank you for dropping by. Happy engineering, and I look forward to chatting with you maybe another time. So, thanks for watching.